next day, right? I'm Gilbert. I'm the founder of the Impactfulness Lab, where I help passionate coaches, consultants, and trainers land high-paying corporate clients. And I do that by combining my 20 plus years of experience as a senior decision maker in corporate and CFO with some behavioral science nerdery that I'm just super passionate about. Now, today I want to follow up on a little video that I posted over the weekend. I think it was on Sunday, which was all about value and the value that you can charge to corporate clients. And my big plea that please charge your proper value, because it's important that you do that. Because if you don't charge your proper value, you know what's going to happen. You're going to A, not be taken as serious as you should, and B, you're going to resent it, right? Because let's face it, we all want to be valued. And if we think that somebody is, not paying their what's fair, what's just fair to pay, then we're going to resent that. And I don't want that for you. Now, if you're catching this video live, say hello. You might have to give Restream permission to show me your name if you're on Facebook. If you're elsewhere, you should be able to just post and let me know. And if you're catching it on the replay, still leave me a hashtag replay comment, because I would love to know your thoughts. So I want to talk about the value that you can charge as a coach or consultant to corporates, right? And over the weekend, I posted about the fact that you really, I urge you to charge your true value. And I did say something, hello, Facebook user. Unfortunately, I can't see who you are. God, let me know your name. Hello, everybody. Hi. Yes, so what I really want to talk about is to say, what can you charge to corporates? And there is, first of all, I want to introduce you to my I call it a formula because it's very, very simple. Because the value that you charge to corporates is simply the pain is determined by the pain that they're in and by the perception of the value that you bring. That's it. It's as simple as that. It's the pain they're in plus the actual the value that they perceive that you can bring. Oh, hello, Trish. Hello, Natalia. Lovely to see your faces here. Yay. Right now, the thing is this. When I said that a lot about the value that you can charge is about your positioning, some people came back and said, oh, but just positioning yourself, isn't that just bullshitting? And oops, maybe there's still children awake. Don't let them listen. And I get it. We talk so much about people talking themselves up, or we see it, we don't talk about it obviously, but we see people talking themselves up and making outrageous claims and, trying to position themselves as the world leaders. And in fact, let's face it, corporates are the worst for that, right? I mean, have you ever met a corporate who does not want to be the world leader in blah, blah, blah solution that they're providing, right? They all talk like this. And hey there, Lola, lovely to see you. So people came back and said, oh, how can you talk about positioning? Surely the value that you charge should be about the value that you bring. And that is obviously correct to a degree, because if you don't have anything to offer, if you don't have value to bring, then don't be a shit muffin and pretend that you can solve issues that you can't, right? Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. Hey there, Mancy. So it is super, super important that you do have actual value to bring. However, once you know that you can help your client, once you know that you can actually solve the issue for them, and let's face it, you wouldn't be in business if you didn't, right? It's, that's kind of permission to play without solving the issues. How could you possibly have a business consulting or coaching them or anything like that? Okay, so let's assume you do bring value. Then after that, that is the permission to play. And after that, you the price you can charge, the value that you can charge is all about positioning. Trust me, I swear to you that is true. And in fact, I can think of a few examples where exactly this happens all the time. I mean, all the time. Have you come across situations where people charge an outrageous amount and yet corporate clients are willing to pay that? You don't have to go very far. You don't have to look very far in the world. All you have to do is go to the big consultancies, for example. And I know because I used to work for them and I then had them working for me as the client. They charge outrageous money for, say, 1 hour of the partner's time. You easily charge. This is even going back to the early 2000s. You would easily charge 3, 4, 5 grand worth for 1 hour, literally 1 hour worth of this partner's time. Is that crazy? Is that insane? Well, yeah, because having worked with these people, I knew that they were just people. They're no different to you and me. And that's redundancy. It's all about positioning and looking at these people. They have if they work for one of the big consultancies, they have the weight of the history and the weight of their client book and all that to support them. They have all those things that can, that give them the kudos, give them the, well, I actually struggled to find the right word because I was going to say gravitas, but no, they don't all have gravitas. Do they have kudos? Well, they kind of know. They write on the tails of their name, of the name of the firm that they're working for. And that is it. And trust me, the coaches and consultants and trainers that I have met, they are every single one as good as these people. And that means that you can charge your value too. You can charge what you're truly worth. It's all about positioning. Now, I want to share with you just a couple of things that really help you. Well, first of all, getting into the right mindset about your positioning. And secondly, that actually a little value enhancers that I use all the time with my corporate clients. So the first thing is you have to get your mindset right. And that is by working out the financials, working out the quantified benefits that your work brings to a corporate client. Now, I know some people say, oh, but I'm an executive coach, or oh, I help to improve communication. You can't put a number to it. Trust me, you absolutely can put a number to it, and just give it, spend half an hour, 60 minutes on working out the number, and you will be amazed. You will be absolutely blown away by the value that you bring to your clients. And you will never, ever, ever want to get out of bed for running a training day for $500 or something like that. You will just laugh at that proposition. So once you have your mindset right, the next bit is add value enhancers to your value proposition. And the first thing is, that's it, exactly, numbers for the logical brain. But numbers alone are not enough. So you need to work on your value proposition that hits the numbers, but also hits the, I was going to say hits the pain, but that sounds a bit cruel, right? I don't mean it like that. But hits the point where your corporate client has a pain. The thing that is, I hate that cliche, keeping them up at night, because seriously, when I was the CFO, I was not kept awake that much at night, and most people are not. They have things that are painful and they want resolving. So you need to speak to that pain and show them how your value proposition, what you offer as a service, as a as a product, how that resolves their pain, how that speaks to it. So your value proposition needs to look at the numbers, the actual value you bring, and it needs to speak to the pain. Does that make sense? Please, come on, let me know, people. Does that make sense? Because I think it makes perfect sense. Now, if you want a little check on if your value proposition is actually positioning yourself so that you can charge the highest prices, that you can charge 3, 4, 5 times more than you're currently charging, then I have a really, really special offer for you. Because right now, over the next 2 and a bit weeks, I will be doing some rundowns and looking at value propositions and give detailed personalized feedback. Now, I will do that anonymously, so you don't have to worry. Your name would not be plastered all over the internet unless you want to. Then I'll be happy to oblige. But if you would like me to review and give you some feedback on how you can improve your value proposition, then just leave me a comment below this video and I will get in touch with you to arrange how we can do that. Whether you want me to look at your LinkedIn profile, whether you want me to look at your website, whether you want to write me an email or whatever. It's fine. We'll sort it out and I would give you a detailed review and we can enter into it. So if you want to position yourself as a consultant, as a coach, as a trainer who can charge high prices for the service, the price that you are actually worth, that reflect the value that you bring, then please leave me a comment below and I will happily arrange a free, completely no strings attached, and I will not haunt your inbox forever, review of your value proposition over the next 2 weeks. So I hope that was useful and I shall see you very soon on the planet internet.